Hi Gemini, welcome to your June Tarot forecast with me. My name is Brooke and welcome to Nightbird Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. This reading is for all those born under the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to get automatic updates to any new videos that I upload. I really appreciate it. And I'm using the Aquarian Tarot deck for this month's reading. And two cards popped out while I was shuffling, Gemini, so I've laid them at the top, and I will speak about them at the end of the reading. So let's get started for Gemini and see what's in store for you for the month of June. Very much about new direction, very much about something very passionate to you as well in the month of June. We begin with your theme, or the atmospheric element position, with the Two of Rods. And the Two of Rods to me is very much about a waiting period. It's also one where there's balance coming into play, especially when you are wanting to embark upon a new journey or to embark upon something that is very important to you as well, that perhaps you've been thinking about, planning about, and now it's closer to you this month than it has been in recent months. This also could be something that's very much tied into a decision that perhaps, or a thought that perhaps for many that you even made back in the month of February. February was coming up for me when I was shuffling for your reading, Gemini. Something was either brought up or talked about, or an idea, or some sort of request or invitation possibly was brought up in the month of February, which 4 months later is enabling Gemini to now really start to embark upon this journey. This also could be involving business partnerships, business ideas, co-ops, cooperatives, stuff like that. So Gemini's definitely looking towards the future this month and very much starting to embark upon some sort of transition and or journey. This very well may be tied in with job security, money, study, school. This also could indicate for many traveling with work, traveling with school, university, etc. Because the Page of Pentacles comes in, and this also could possibly involve a child, earth sign, earth sign Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But the Page of Pentacles is very much associated with situations revolving job, revolving study, revolving even receiving small amounts or small lumps of money. Very much something tied in with something very studious. This could even be training or transition with career and job as well. So that's very interesting. So there's a dynamic with the Two of Rods coupled with the Page of Pentacles taking Gemini in for the month of June. There is some sort of finality associated with this, with the Ten of Swords indicated. So that's very much telling me for Gemini that something's definitely coming to an end. There's been a finality with the 10. It's a number of completion. So there's been a finality of some kind, and this could even be in terms of feeling as if you have worn out your welcome in a certain situation, place. This could even be feeling a bit estranged from other people or a group of people or even the community that you live in. In terms of wearing out your welcome, there's no opportunity for growth, whether it's in the relationship you're in or the job that you're in or the community that you live in. Many of you may be moving forward in the month of June and really feeling the effects of This is dead in the water. This is not going anywhere for me. I need to really start to plan and take the initiative to move forward on this goal or project. Many of you maybe have been thinking about this, especially in the earliest parts of 2017. So Gemini's definitely wanting to end something and move forward. And for growth, for not only growth financially, but growth in terms of freedom, or wanting to perhaps go somewhere else or take a different career path to open up new doors and opportunities for yourselves. In your challenge position, we see the Nine of Rods. The Nine of Rods is very much about standing up for yourself in terms of making this decision. And the Nine of Rods is very much equated with security. What is best for you in making this move, in making this finality with something? The pressures that may be put upon you from other people's opinions does not matter. What's really important is what makes you happy, Gemini, and what you need to do to embark upon this new journey. Because many of you may be craving not only stability and sustainability, but many of you are craving inspiration, many of you are craving freedom, many of you may be craving creativity, and once again, it's something that has been a stalemate, or something has been kind of just dead in the water for you and is not feeding your soul. It's not feeding Gemini to be inspired. So wherever you're thinking about going to, and this can even be an actual physical relocation, very much about wanting to make yourself happier, but also feeding some form of creativity or feeding yourself with inspiration. So the challenge may lie for Gemini of having to defend your position with other people in terms of why. Well, why do you want to do that? You know, getting other people's opinions, getting other people's criticisms. In the environment that you may be in right now, there may be challenges arising up from that. So that's where the challenge for Gemini may lie. Now, meeting your limitations is also noted for Gemini this month, in terms of if you're doing this to get back at somebody, or to show somebody, or to prove to other people that I'm a winner and watch me, I'm going to go off and do my thing. Rein back on the impulsiveness of doing this to serve your ego in terms of proving a point, or in terms of wanting to win, or in terms of wanting to show them all. So the message for Gemini is to meet and understand your limits of limitation this month. You may feel the need to win, and there really should not be that kind of notion in your head, or even if it's coming from other people, to win in this situation. You want to do it to not boost or serve your ego, or I'm going to show them back home and I'm going off to New York City and I'm going to be a star. It's like, okay, that's good, you can, but at the same time, do it not to prove to other people, to set out and embark upon something to show them. Do it to show yourself, do it to show your family, do it to show your loved ones, do it to show yourself that you can do this, to prove it to yourself instead of proving it to others, if that's coming up in your lives. Now, the two cards that fell out are very dynamic in this reading, because you do have a prominence of rods, which are equivalently wands. in a traditional tarot deck. The Ace fell out coupled with the Seven of Rods. The Ace is all about new life. So I very much feel that Gemini is embarking upon new life, rebirth, transformation. Some form of creativity is being pushed up through the earth symbolically for Gemini, and is wanting to help contribute to your growth, and is kind of pushing you forward out of this Deadpool, dead end job, dead end town, dead end relationship, dead end place where you live. It's just like Gemini wants to just get out there. So this is very much indicated for Gemini with the Ace of Rods, and the Seven of Rods fell out as well. So that very much tells me that whatever start of a new venture or enterprise that Gemini is thinking about, there's a lot of energy with this. There's a lot of energy, but there's also new beginnings coupled with really good, fresh ideas. Freshness is what Gemini is craving. And the Seven of Rods is indicating to Gemini that you do have strength and reserve to do this. Even if you're up against perhaps adversaries or adversities of some kind, with the Seven of Rods, you're very much on the defense because you do have the strength to carry on. Just do not do it to show them all, to prove a point to them all. They don't matter anymore. They will always be where they were in the dead-end job, the dead-end town, the dead-end relationship. Let that be so. You think about what's necessary for your growth. And if it requires for you to physically relocate and transfer with a job or transfer with a company or move away to go to school and go to school 3,000 miles away from home, if that serves your needs in the long run, Gemini, then absolutely. So there's a lot going on for you, and something's very much pushing or progressing Gemini forward. So I'm very interested to see what happens. Keep me posted. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can check out my website in the link below, as well as like me on my Facebook page and Instagram. So have a great month, Gemini. Happy birthday, by the way, to Gemini's born in June. Fabulous. And have a great birthday, Gemini. Many blessings to you, much peace, and I'll speak to you soon.